welcome back as we take a closer look at the fruits of the Spirit. We have already covered love and joy. Today we're going to talk about peace. And according to Chef Eiffel, in his fruit salad, he represented peace with the grape. Why the grape? Because it's round, and the world is round. And so, therefore, he put two and two together and said, we all want world peace, right?
Sounds like a good answer.
I mean, we do all want world peace, right? Especially now that the world is in so much conflict and turmoil. Mm-hmm. But this is not the kind of peace we're going to talk about today, because the peace that we're going to talk about today far surpasses world peace. Mm-hmm. It's a peace that comes from God himself.
Yes. And this peace is a peace that you just really don't comprehend.
Nope.
There's just no totally understanding it.
Trust and believe.
Peace that passes all understanding. It's a peace that comes over us that we can say, I can be calm, I can have peace in this instance because I know what God is all about.
So before we go further into this lesson, though, there's a couple things that I just I need to talk to you about because I'm kind of anxious and worried about them. So Absolutely. If you don't mind, can we just, okay.
Yep, let's talk.
So, as you know, we're going out of town this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get to go on vacation with my family. But I mean, there are just so many car accidents in the news lately, and this, that, and the other thing. And like, it just always worries me to go on a long road trip because you don't know, like, am I going to get there safely? Am I going to be the one responsible for hurting people? Like, you just worry so much about safe
There's a lot going on
travel.
with that.
Oh, well, thanks.
You're welcome.
I need a little bracelet, right? A little color to my thing. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is I'm just super anxious because my grandma is like not feeling well, and she's, unfortunately, I mean, she's 88 years old. I mean, she's getting there, and just one of those things that you don't want to say goodbye, but you have to prepare to say goodbye, and then have to just trust and believe that we'll see each other one day again. But I'm so worried because it's like, as a grown-up, one of my first grandparents that is maybe sick or dying.
That's a lot to take on and a lot to think about and worry about.
I'm also kind of really worried about this upcoming school year. I mean, I know God always provides, but I just always in my back of my mind, I'm like, my wheels are spinning. They never really truly turn off, and I'm so like, will I get everything done? Will my kids like me? Like, I'm so worked up about it.
I would imagine you're not the only teacher that's worried about the upcoming school year, and probably not even the only student worried about the upcoming school year.
And then the other thing is the parking lot. Like, it's just one big project, and like,
it's a very big project.
This day it's this news, and this day it's this news, and I just want to be able to tell everybody, it's going to cost more money. I just want to tell people, like, it's okay, we can park here, we can do this, like, you can still get in, like, what are you doing?
Well, as you're talking about your worries, I keep adding a new chain for your worries.
Why?
So you're worried about travel, you're worried about grandma, you're worried about the upcoming school year, you're worried about the parking lot.
Yeah.
Because when we worry, it's essentially like a shackle on us. And shackle's shackle's kind of like a big, weird word to be able to say, like handcuffed. So it's going to be something that weighs you down.
So you're chaining me up because I'm worried?
I'm not chaining you up because of your worries, but your worries are going to be chained to you. Whenever you worry about things, it is like hindering yourself. It's like being on you. It's chaining you down. It's keeping you tied up in your worry.
So then what am I supposed to do to not be chained up? Like, how do I get rid of it then?
How do you get rid of it? God. You get rid of it by the fruit of the Spirit of peace. Because when we have peace, it is like breaking free of those chains, and you no longer have those worries that are tying you down, chaining you up, shackling you to them. When you have peace from God, the peace that passes all understanding, you can take those worries and understand that God is at work through them, and you find peace in your heart with whatever might come next. You can still be sad that something might happen to grandma, and that's totally okay. And you can still prepare for some traffic issues that happen on your road trip, or you can still think about what might happen with the upcoming school year. But through it all, you know that God is going to be at work in whatever circumstance comes through those things, and it's not going to chain you up anymore.
So we read in 1 John 4, verse 4, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So exactly what you just said. God is bigger than anything we can even worry about or imagine. He's already overcome every single worry that we could even think up in our tiny little brains. So yeah, why? I mean, yes, you can, you have
will worry.
feelings. You will have feelings. But why waste our time? Why shackle us to our worries and the anxieties when we know that God is in us and that he can do all things? He can break us free because he already has.
Yeah, God is in you. That happened at your baptism. And the Bible tells us that he is in us and he is even bigger than what the world has to offer. And we know because of the Bible that he has overcome the world and he has won, and he's in us, which means he's bigger than anything that we would come in contact with.
So just remember, next time you hear or think those little thoughts coming into your brain about worry or anxiety, just take a breath, call on God, and know that he has conquered all and that he is in you, and so you can conquer it all too.
And he will give you the peace that passes all understanding.
All right, join us next week as we take a closer look at the fourth fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience. Oh, I can't wait!
Have some patience, my dear.